Welcome back. Most of us know our 401k is important, but it can also be very confusing. Our next guest is here to help us understand our allocation options. Please help me welcome back friend to the show, Emmett Dupasta, lead partner at Bienville Capital Group. And Emmett, welcome back and Happy New Year. I mean, we're in February, but hey, I haven't said Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you as well. It's a lot of things going on in the world and ready to move forward.
Let's move forward. And one thing I want to move forward with is putting more money in my 401k. We're going to talk about that in just a little bit. But you say that it's important that we understand our 401k allocation options because it really can help set us up for long-term financial success. Why do you believe that?
Yeah, so listen, I love the question as it really speaks to some of the confusion that most individuals have when they're given that enrollment booklet or their enrollment materials of all these different options. You know, sometimes I refer to it as looking at a Chinese menu in Chinese, right? Some of us don't understand that. So, we don't teach money in school. So a lot of people we tend to explain your 401k options really kind of in three ways to really simplify it for people so they have a better understanding. So first, there's some of you who understand some of this, as I refer to it, as you're kind of the do-it-yourselfers, the Home Depots, where, I'm going to put 50% of my money in this particular fund and 25% of my money in this particular fund, 10% here, 15% in this particular fund, and voila, I'm finished my options. And that's really the do-it-yourselfers. And there are people out there who have taken finance courses or listened to things or read certain books over the years. And so they tend to understand that a little bit better. I've always told my boys, the better you understand money, the better off you're going to be in life once you understand these things.
I hear that for sure. And maybe there are people out there like me who does a lot of research, watches a lot of YouTube videos to try to understand these things. But let's be honest, these 401k options, they can be very confusing, even if we do research. And luckily, your team at Bienville Capital has been receiving a lot of national recognition for really being one of the best financial firms when it comes to 401k. Help us understand these forms and how we can do them, because like I said, it can be very confusing.
So the first option, as I said, is your do-it-yourselfers, right? I'm going to do this myself. I've got this figured out. Second option is really sometimes just the simplest. And many plans offer what's referred to as a target date fund, which are really based off of the year that you're expected to potentially retire and the approximate date that you expect to start withdrawing your funds. The fund manager allocates it for you. They diversify it into a fund of fund options. You may see it on your enrollment forms, the 2035, the 2045. Goodness gracious, you're 25, so you probably have the 2065 fund there.
So how did you know that? Yes. You've been in the business a long time, so yeah. You're right.
So basically it's professional management that for those who understand they need to put money away, but they don't fully understand the financial markets and the need to diversify the money or how to do so. So generally, using the target date fund tends to remove the emotional side that we tend to feel. The market's down, I've got to get out. The market's up, I've got to get back in. And the market's ups and downs do occur from time over time. There's volatility. We saw that this year. And so with target date funds or actual fund performance, while they're not guaranteed like any other investment, it's really important to understand the risk. The final option you would have is really for an investor who takes that little test that comes in your enrollment booklet. Generally, it's between 6 and 12 questions, and it removes it helps an investor how they should be, not how they feel. It removes the emotional side of investing, which is the toughest part. Your 401k plan offers the risk profile in your book, so you can answer the questions based off what's my time horizon, what's my investment experience. And the questionnaire really helps you understand your risk and what your objectives are and what you're trying to accomplish.
And once we figure out our options, Emmett, once we figure out our options and we've allocated the money for our 401k, what do you suggest we do after that? We have to assess our risk?
Yeah, we always suggest people to reassess their risk. And if you're going to do that questionnaire, take that each and every year, because you're a different investor today than you were 2, 3, 5, 7 years ago when you started this, right? I've got a few more gray hairs than I had 5 years ago. And once
2020.
Yeah, saints. After you've completed that, we suggest you consider rebalancing your account annually. What it does is what does that mean? Well, if you started out as a balanced investor last January, 50-50, at the conclusion of 2020, you were no longer 50-50 as stocks outperform bonds. And so what rebalancing does is it helps reallocate some of last year's market moves in that area that wasn't up as much. And it keeps you disciplined. And that's the toughest part about investing. It keeps you disciplined and allocates you as you should be. So investing really for the long term is really all about discipline. So let's kind of have some good discipline here in 2021, right?
Let's do it again. We have 10 months left in the year. If you're looking for more information about 401k or just what you need to do to be successful in 2021, go and make an appointment with Bienville Capital Group. You're seeing the website on your screen. You can also give them a call at 504-620-4801. And don't forget, they have a location at 111 Veterans Boulevard, Suite 940 in Metairie.